So yeah. Let's go here. iGame. With the pistol round. I think this is live. Yeah, it is. Quick. They went much quicker than it usually does for them. So I suppose that is because, well, overtime and stuff like that took its time. Story, however, firing his first few bullets here and there. Acre is going to be going down to 4 HP. It's going to be Sagerton on the other side, getting the frag eventually from Danger. 85 HP remaining on him. Rest of the team with remaining full HP pushing over towards A-Long. And they've got the bomb with them as well. At this stage, Team123 are really just considering staying on the B side for as long as possible to make sure that the fake is not what they fall for here. But then again, they're not really sure either, so Mertz decides to go over there, support Cyclone if anything goes wrong, and jumps up on the side even. Gives a lot away by utilizing a flash, I think that was, or was that even a felt like a Molotov or something, was it? No, it was a flashbang as he came through the doors, probably. But it gives a lot away again, and then stepping and jumping on site, particularly, should be enough for them to really know at this stage. They were far away though, so you can't really expect them to hear that. But they've got 3 people on site right now, and they're trying to lock them in here as they start the push and initiate it all. Santa's gonna go in for a first, goes in for the second. Sick one tap coming in by him right there. Saw just patiently waiting for the peak to happen. They don't expect another man to be on site, and this is the typical Freiburg position. Goes in for 1, make that a second as Saul goes down eventually as well. X7 left alone, and he has to get this frag as a defuse falls into place. They know where the last player's at. Eventually, after going in for the first initial frag right there, no one's at the bomb. He stays there though after firing his first bullet, and I think Cyclone was expecting him to run away as soon as he saw that the defuse wasn't ongoing, but he stood on his ground and eventually took the frag as well. 1-0 in a one-on-one situation. Not really sure where this is going to end, to be honest. Doesn't set a lot of a tone anywhere. But I feel like iGame played that correctly by staying on the side, making sure that they went A when they said they were going to go A. And they make do of like any situation ever, which is quite impressive to see. Now, what they want to be careful of here is obviously the Novas that can cash in so much money. They don't want to be walking ATM machines, right? So, Saw in the gang. Your voice is still lower than the game. Right, I'll fix that if that's an issue, right? I don't know why the heck that is, to be honest. I'm gonna fix it, Doug. I'm gonna fix it, Doug. Anyways, coming in with a plan. We've got Sagerton, obviously, with a UMP, trying to fire up some places further away from the side being doors right now. Saw again through the smoke, trying to get a frag here and there. Not allowed to see a lot. They've got people coming in from behind, potentially backstabbing, or at least getting exit frags, if anything, to cash in extra money. Juhob will be through sticks and stones, standing there to wait for the peak from Mertz. Nothing happens, and was staying. I'm not sure for how long he was just staying at the very position. Rezex will be going down. Not allowed to get the frag with the Nova. That, again, was one of the things that we pointed out earlier, being very important. Acre with a Deagle left alone. Forced to back off and save this pretty much. And that's, again, they're playing on the CT side. They could have just saved what they earlier had, and they could utilize that in another round, especially when we're talking about the when we're going into the Novas, like in a round like this is just perfect. This is pitch perfect for them. They're playing on the CT side. They're going to get that money anyways. Why not go for the save with the Nova and then let the Deagle play offensively as exit frags? I'm very aware of the fact that you get the extra money and that it might be useful in the next upcoming round for nades and what so not. But if you had him in this round, you'd have a bigger chance of winning, which again weighs over the fact of money, I feel like. Casher, do you have a dog? Well, I consider my brother a dog, so yeah, if that's... No, I don't have a dog. I don't have a dog. I'm gonna get my voice up. I'm gonna fix that, Doug. I'm gonna fix that. Don't worry, don't worry. 5-on-5 situation, still in the game. Not much happening right now. Team123 still at a very defensive line, of approach to this team. iGame not allowed to spot anything out whatsoever. X7 shooting like crazy. He's even exposing himself to the maximum here by sounding the way he's doing with that very rifle. UMP in hands of Juhob, who eventually will try and get out here. Saw coming out. That's going to be the little fire coming in from Saw. That's going to be a team frag even on Juhob. I thought that does. I don't really know if that makes a lot of difference. I think it does, though. However, 2-on-3 situation at the end of the day, and you're leaving Sagarton and StarSeries alone to deal with what's potential of making it a 1-on-1 situation right now. Aker does it at the end of the day. Good reply coming in from StarSeries instantly with the UMP hitting his head. 3-0, and now is the time for Team123 to shine, if anything. I'm gonna go in and fix my microphone right now to see if this solves it. I'm not sure. Is this better? Is my microphone louder now? I'm not. What I think is the issue here is, though, if I get my microphone volume up to like maximum, I think you can hear the small nizzling noise, right? Because it's not filtered. My microphone isn't filtered. It's not through XLR, which, if you're not familiar with that, gives a lot of noise away. Takes a lot of noise away. And I don't have that. I'm gonna get it, though, for money, whenever I get money. Caster Master, do you have a turtle? No, but I am one. Sagarton, I like them. I like turtles. X7 with a flashbang coming over, perfectly matched to widen out two of the players right there. But it's not going to be enough to get a frag. 5-on-5 still in the game. iGame waiting patiently to get out here. That's going to be the first frag on Sacron. On the other side of the map, you've got another frag going on as well. Juhob going down. So good reply coming in. Bomb still dropped, and you've got 4 players on each side of the map. Pretty much just waiting for the next move of the enemy team. Nothing is really happening. iGame, again, falling into the same kind of play that we saw on Train. You're not... It doesn't work, especially not on a map like Cobble. On Cobble, and what you would expect to see from them, if anything, is to utilize your smokes, Molotovs, and flashbangs to clean out areas methodically and get out there, if anything. But right now, they're just taking their time to see if their enemies are going to be making the next move, which they aren't. And that is really the major mistake here, and it's forcing them into the A side without them even wanting to, without them even having the time to check different and various angles. So 15 seconds remaining, and they're just forced to straight on plant that bomb as soon as they get out there, and they're not even going to be allowed to have that time, as Resex buys a lot of time with only 1 frag. Sorry with a good off frag, 1 by 1, a lot of frags here. Sorry with another one. Mertz going down, 1-on-2, and they make do of it at the end of the day. Could this be Na'Vi hijacking their computers? I don't know. Rezex knowing very well that one was hiding behind SWAT, and he doesn't want to leave that very peak that he earlier had. But Sarich has moved to below tower, and Rezex is still here, naive enough to think that the player is still hiding behind SWAT, in which he is currently doing. Sarich dancing around that very car and gets it. Eventually, Rezex goes down, and it allows iGame to win that round. But again, boiling it down to a 1-on-1 situation is not optimal at all, and you can't see that happening every single round. Eventually, Team123 is going to pick up the pace and take you down. His name is Judge Juho. Yeah, okay. I felt like the B was to... Yeah, anyways. We can't hear your voice. Oh, yes, you can. I can hear myself. I can hear the stream myself. Direct sound. So I know, dude. I know. Juho with a first one opening up. Aker will be going down. Sagarton with another one. Gets it eventually through the wall there. I'm not sure. Cycron trying to take some defensive line of action. Doesn't really work. Sagarton eventually gets another one as he pushes out towards long. And at this stage, it's really just another round for them in their pockets. Rezex forced it back off. 5-7. I mean, not much to say, but it's something. Could go for a few exits here. Pick up a UMP Mac 10. Something. AK-47 would be godlike for him. So, yeah. What are you guys saying here? Delos Spaniel. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. I'm very sorry for that. The be yourself is silent. Yeah, because I read yourself right. Oh, it's be yourself. I get it now. Right. The be wow Jesus now. Well, I don't even know the entire name. You can't even read it. There we go. Be. All right. So B1 wow Jesus me tank. Wow. I don't even get that. Oh wow, he's tank in wow. Is that it? B1. I'm not sure what that is. But Juho, yeah, I get it now. Anyway, thanks. Thanks for explaining that. Your caster is Hugo. No, it's not. Sop for the first good reply on a Rezax. Will be going down to Sandon, who plays a perfect angle. Gets not only one, doesn't only get two, gets three with a fourth even. Finishes that off. Saw goes down. And I'm sorry we missed that. Auto Director not really with us today. I'm not sure why that is. That was terrible. How has Valve not fixed that? By the way, Auto Director supposed to predict kills. Go TV, it knows where kills is gonna happen. Still, it gets stuck for such a long time. I don't even get that. Valve, if you're listening, if anyone from Valve is listening, you're doing a terrible job. Terrible. And the smoke bug in spec as well. And we missed another frag. Look at that. Sorry. First frag at least. Open on Mertz. And I'm sorry for that very rant, but you know, it's something that really pisses a lot of people off, is just that very thing. So with the first, Acre is going to be going down, and it is a 3-on-5 situation. 7 with a good one onto Sandon, 5-on-2, leaving it open for iGame to run out into the field and take one by one out as they come out here. Juho should know at this stage that long is clear, but I'm pretty sure Sagerton came up from middle right. He went down danger, so they couldn't know if the CT side of long was all wiped out. However, they're out now, and they got the bomb planted. Cycron left alone. Not much to do, but wait for them to come in for this peak, and we'll see if eventually a frag happens here or not. Let's see here. Cycron and the gang. Oh, they do go with the Nova, which is interesting, right? Looking at it. He doesn't have any armor, is what I'm thinking. So he has to be instant with his shots. And we all know as soon as you get dumped down with a body bump or aim punch, whatever you want to call it, it's really hard to aim right. And that's a one shot, one kill kind of weapon that you want to utilize close range to get that extra cash as they jump down. So even a Molotov could screw him off here, really. 6-1, however, and iGame are in the lead. Flashbangs are coming through. Rezek's going to be just as wide as he made them. And he hears steps. One jumps down. There you have it, just instantly. You need to make sure you're in an angle where you can get them, where they won't peek you, where they won't fire at you. And just be lucky enough to, or fortunate enough for yourself to take your time and aim at their head and get the frag. Juho will be coming out. And Cyclone playing it ice cold. Gets not only one, gets two. Perfect position for him to save the round. But Mertz, still alive, will be going down eventually. Saw with the frag, straight headshot, 7-1 in iGame. In a heavy lead. This is super CT sided, yeah. I mean, talking about it, iGame are just doing it right. Because we were talking about how Train is not a map there, or at least where you want to where you want to wait for your enemies to make that first mistake, where you want to make them wait for them to commit, or make them commit even by utilizing any sort of utility whatsoever to provoke them to go in for frags or go out for peaks or anything. Not worth it on train. However, on cobblestone, it seems to be just what you need to adapt to win against a team like Team123, because they're very provocative and it works perfectly in favor for them. And Team123, I mean, they're just falling for it over and over again. You can look at it. How offensive aren't they? Down in danger already. And they're utilizing pistols, right? So they're close range, and they should be able to get frags here and there. At the end of the day, not allowed to back off, not allowed to even take a refrag here and there. And I feel as, sure, they're facing heavier weapons. I get that they're losing this round, but it, again, shows what we've seen for so many times in a row now, that it just goes on to explain itself when you see a round like this again. But however, as they lose the first players, they start playing a bit more defensively, and as they do that, they've got one less man or one less chance surviving as the iGame team try and push out. And that's really the main issue here. 7 pre-fires like crazy, tries to get out here with the rest of the team. Cyclone on the other side of the map, and this is where that rotation isn't quick enough for yourself to deny neither a plan or a win from the T side. But we don't know yet, to be honest. Cyclone and Sandon got boosted here as well, so he's going to go down anyway. Sagerton was so ready. It looked like Sagerton was going to turn away for a while there, but no. And both of the players go in for the save. That's going to be a Cyclone and Re6. Trust me, Xenagaz, I'm gonna get energy when stuff happens. This is just an eco round, dude. I'm gonna get it. You've probably been here for a while, I know, but when crazy stuff happens like that, Sagerton goes in for 2, both of them. Exit frags, not allowing them to save anything. But like, as soon as stuff happens, you know, you're gonna see me. You're gonna see me go wild. You saw me in the earlier map, in the overtime round that we saw. You'll have it. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you right here, right now. As soon as anything happens, I promise you. So 8-1 and Team123, the Danes utilize a decoy. I'm not really sure why that is. Rezex. Not really with the best plan to stand on whatever decoy you're planning out as well, because that's gonna be pre-fire or pre-nade anyways. So not relevant at all to play that way. Mertz got fired up through that door, so you post on r/gonewild. Dead I am, dude. Dead I am. Bet I do it. Crazy. I'm crazy like that. No, I don't even know what that is, to be honest. Sorry. It's a Reddit, but I don't know what Reddit it is. Let's see your Cyclone and the gang. Trying to line up with a player inside a connector to go A if anything goes wrong on, or if there's a fake going on towards B7, eventually with the first frag. Misses out on a few bullets, allows him to get away with 2 HP. On the other side of the site, you've got Saw still waiting for anyone to go offensive on long. No one has even pushed. Sorry decides to back off and steps as he does, which could be a provocative thing, leading Team123 to go for a peek individually right there, and that's exactly what happens. On the other side of the map, you see Rezex going down. Cyclone eventually going down as well. X7 with a frag onto him, and that's going to be onto Mertz as well. Sandon left alone on the site. Dead, going down. Well, they're not allowed to do anything here. iGame are just holding it like never before. No, I'm not. You don't lie, man. You know what going wild is. Yeah, I know what going wild is, but I don't know what the Reddit is about. Bad liar, bad. Acre going in for the first one. Saw's gonna be going down. Sagerton, 7. Both of them going in for frags after frags here. Eventually goes in for another one. Acre goes down. And just X7 right now is on fire. StarSeries eventually comes out and gets the frag on a Rezex. And it's a 1-on-4 situation. So Santa's gonna be coming up here. No, I don't know. Bet I don't know what it is. Swear to God, I don't know. I'm gonna check it out though. Or should I? Maybe that's a bad thing. I don't know. Oh, I like the side angle. Gave the bomb there. What was it? Right here. So 10-1 in iGame, currently more and more becoming this moving team in comparison to what we saw on Train. Obviously, comparing them to what even I don't even know what they did on Train. Like for real, they did nothing in favor of themselves for the majority of the first two halves that we saw. Nothing went their way. Sure, 15-15, it was close, but I mean, they choked. They choked so much. Sure, they won the map, but they choked just way too much. I feel like with Team123 should have taken that one home. They would have taken that one home if they just stepped up a little bit earlier, played what they did at the end of that very second half. They would have won that. But right now, iGame has just started rolling. They're not afraid. They know they can be confident pushing out to the sides. They know that they can take frags as they get out there. And it really goes to show how confidence really is a key ingredient in getting out and doing your work a lot of the time. For example, on the B side, not only flashbangs has been working out, but, you know, getting out there just by yourselves is enough sometimes. And I feel like iGame are really showing that right now. They're not afraid of making pushes here and there. Double up setup as well, so talking about that, they're quite spread out, which I get. Mert is just waiting for anyone to go out here to a peek. Sorry, he gets him instantly, just jumps out, does it perfectly. Saw on top of middle, flashing out for the rest of the players to get out there. And there's two players on CT mid waiting for them to come and expose themselves. Saw won't be pushing through the smoke. They're gonna run boost out. This would be so perfect. But no, they're gonna boost. They're gonna boost above the smoke instead to see if there's anyone above. You know what would be really funny is if they just run boosting, flew out a middle and got the frag. Cyclone or Rezex they would have had no idea. 2-on-2 situation, and that's gonna be Sandin with a huge frag coming in, not only on SGT Saraton, but also on Sori Acre with a no scope. Oh my God, goes in for the second as well. X7 goes down. How? 10-2. That'll be 10-2. And it looks like Rezex is still on that. What is that? He's still on that. On the shotgun. Why is he playing a shotgun? Couldn't they drop Sandin? Couldn't you skip a few nades here and there to drop to your mate? Hear you. Alright. However, that's a vacuum cleaner looking down into the ground. It looks like you're vacuuming your room, right? The vacuum cleaner. It's that shotgun. XM, obviously. Sandin will be going down after firing up a first frag on X7. One by one, they're going to be trading here, and it makes it a 2-on-2 situation as Juho goes in for the frag on Mertz. 1 and 10 seconds remaining. It's going to be Saw coming in from behind, just mowing them apart. Cyclone and Rezex one by one going down, not even having an opportunity to back off or turn away. Maybe he mains the XM. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, they're hardcore. The vacuum cleaner. I need to show everyone. I need to show everyone what I mean. It's a meme. It's a funny meme. Yeah, vacuum cleaner. Could be vacuum cleaner as well, but no, vacuum cleaner. Cycron. What's he doing? He's just waiting. He's got the deal. He's going to get out here any second. Goes in for the first frag. Goes in for the second. Misses out on the shot, but Mertz is there to finish it off. Juho goes down. Good reply coming in from X7. Sagarton jumps down instantly. Rezex knows that he is here. 1 HP remaining, and he has to get out sooner or later. At least 7 opens up the field for him to get out. Sagarton knows that someone's pushing from behind. He's got 1 HP, and he is daring to take this fight. How does he do this? Acre, is he going to go down? Yes, he does. Sandon comes out from above, gets the frag. But is it going to matter at the end of the day? I don't think so. X7 and Sori have a double op setup. They're going to hold this site. Like, I don't know who held any site. Sandon decides to back off. Goes all the way over towards mid. He's got an AK-47. He's playing CT side. He can save, but it's, I mean, vice versa. It doesn't really matter at this stage, I feel like. I mean, you could have as well just tried. But then again, they might win the next round thanks to this AK. Who knows? We'd call him a genius if he won this round. And if he lost, we'd say, oh, why didn't he save? Right. So I get this. I get this. He's circle of thoughts. I get that. I get that. So 12-2, and Team123 just down to a low. I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know what to say about this. This is such a... I don't even know. Dead. I don't want to say too much, but like Team123 at this stage, coming back to it, what's wrong is their style of approach, their approach to iGame. They're so afraid that they're either playing very defensively, and when they're not, they're just standing on edges and corners that you know people are going to peek. You know someone's going to go out there with a Molotov and kill your miserable, I don't know what. Like, honestly, you're standing at the most open positions that you ever could, sometimes even out on long with that op, for example, and you expect no one to go for a reply frag after getting your first, right? Like, something like that sums up what we're seeing right now from Team123. Again, solo peek. Acre goes down. Not allowed to do anything. No one can go in for a re-peek. No one can do anything from the same angle. No one can make sure this is a 4-on-4 situation anymore. Perfect example of what I just talked about. It's going to be Mertz going down as well. And you can't really blame him for playing that solo. He did that earlier as well. And he's really that info player. But when you get surrounded, it's obviously hard to stay alive. So I get that. But especially on long, like, just throwing that one player away is such a waste. It's such a waste. It really is. Sandon goes down after going in for the first one. It's going to be 13-2, it looks like. Rezex left alone. Doesn't have anything to lose except from this very round. Will be going down to the offer. Zori, who even takes his time to wait for the line-out shot onto Rezex's body instead of the head. 13-2, an iGame proving some massive dominance in this one. Let's see what you guys are saying. Nice half. Nah, definitely not. You thought it'd be tighter, though. You thought it'd be much tighter than it is, but yeah. I mean, looking at the first match, like, that was a pick by iGame, if I'm not mistaken, right? Was it? Yeah, they picked Train, and they almost lost that. And Team123, they picked Cobblestone. They're 2 rounds up, right? Okay, 2 rounds. 2 rounds. Can you get that? Try and comprehend that you choose a map, and you're down 2-13. I can't even live in that scenario. This is so, like, what really worries me, again, is obviously now you can blame this on that they don't have a coach, and you can blame this on whatever, and you can say, oh, iGame has a coach, this is why they're better, or whatever. But I honestly want to take that away from the whole perspective of it. When you're on pro level, when you're playing professionally, you need to make sure you know what's wrong. And they haven't even taken a timeout yet. Right, they have not even taken a timeout yet. It's a best-of-3 series. It's a deciding map, and they have not yet taken a timeout. Isn't that enough? Rezex coming in with another one, however. 7's going to be going down. They get that bomb planted. Is the retake going to come in, though, successfully from the CT side? That is my question. Cybertron going in for a first one. Rezex is going to be going down. Spots a player down in the middle. Will be shot from that very angle. Mertz will be supporting him. Goes for the frag. Cybertron on Acre as well. Makes it a 3-on-1. Saw from long has already been spotted. Mertz knows that. Goes in for the frag. Not a problem. 13-3. And eventually picks one round up on the T side. Yeah, but, I mean, whether they have a coach outside of game doesn't really matter, is what I'm saying here. Or I'm saying, like, it doesn't matter that iGame has a coach in-game now, and that Team123 does not, is what I'm saying. And if they do have a coach, that's even worse, right? So it doesn't really matter. If they do have a coach, someone standing behind them at LAN or something right now, it's even worse. It can't be worse. Because 2-13, for real? And the coach can't even spot out a problem? The coach can't even settle them to do anything else? You get me? But iGame isn't making it easier for them either. It's not all on Team123. Definitely not. Definitely not. You don't want to put all the blame on them. But to some extent, they really need to step it up and see what's wrong and what's right in their style of approach against this team. iGame aren't making it easier for them by, pushing the way they did on that T side and making sure that they provoke the enemies to come out. Especially not when having double plays wherever they went. So I do get that they're down to a low when it comes to the rounds, and potentially they'll do the same thing here on the T side themselves. Team123 countering with what they met. Not much to say about this at all, actually. Juha left alone. That's going to be one. Sandin goes down. He should really go and pick that weapon up. He's on the CT side as well, so he's going to get the extra cash, obviously. So 4-13. What do you make of this iGame? Currently... Alright, so Cyberton is actually going with a nade here. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Not much to say about this either. Could be a potential push, obviously, from Boost. But Rezex is here. He's ready for that. Doesn't spot a head out, though. And he took his peek. Eventually gets a frag. X7. Force it back off. AG's going to be running through. Knows very well that one player is going to be down here. Doesn't necessarily leg him down to the lowest amount of HP, however. Molotov comes through. Forces him out of position. 83 HP remaining after jumping through that. Cyberton with a flashbang, or actually the AG that he invested in. Pardon me for that. I even pointed that out at the beginning of the game. Mertz with a frag onto Cyberton. Saw's going to be going down as well. X7, one by one, they fall down on the side. Sorry with one frag. As Sandy goes down, that's something. But 13-5 is what we're looking at. And iGame wasn't able to even force them back there. However, that's going to be the pistol rounds. That's the rounds that you'd expect Team123 to win here. Now, iGame are going to be suppressing them a little bit more with what they got here. They got full rifle and AWP setup. So, interesting to see, especially when they're meeting the UMP on Rezex. What would be interesting again is if Rezex just carelessly jumps down in a drop, which he does, but dies, and succeeds in getting a frag, I was about to say, but he doesn't. AG comes through on drop as well, on upper drop. fade out here. Not much going on. Feels like that setup towards B is really what T123 wants to focus on a lot here, try and explode into the side. But there's so much, they've got so much utility to work with anyways. iGame, there's not a chance in the world T123 is gonna get out here without having 1 or 2 members lost. And that being said, you've got at least 3 players on iGame surviving probably, if not each and every one of them getting frags after frags. So there's a lot of first player out. That's going to be Sandon going down. Decided to back off, and they're playing it very methodically on the CT side, which is weird to see, but it works. And they just read Team123 like an open book right there. There you have it. 2 frags from 7, 2 frags from Juho, and 1 from Zori to finish that round off. 14-5 iGame. I don't really have much to say about that. It was just a major shutdown, and you can see that coming as well. Not only because of the fact that Team123 showed themselves in and drop, but the fact that you jump down with 2 people and you go out window, one of them dies, and no one, again, and that's what Team123 has failed on doing for so many times, and no one has ever gone in for a reply. They've been so afraid of dying. They know, obviously, it's about being alive in this game, sure, but going in for a reply, taking that risk is going to be such a high reward for them. And they really need to see that now. No one took that other peek and window. Same thing happened on the CT side all along. No one was there to take out the player that killed their opera. 7's going to go in for a first one. Rezex is going to be going down. No one was here this time either where iGame lost their first player on long, but obviously he was playing for info, and we said that last time as well where Team123 had their player on long. It's the same thing. Cyclone, I'm not really sure how to pronounce that name. Getting out here, there's going to be Sandon going in for the first one. However, they are not expecting Sagerton to stay on the site. The bombs dropped right in front of him. That smoke is going to be raining through, allowing Sagerton to move a little bit. At least Mertz has that off as well and tries to work this one out together with Sandon. I'm trying to get a lot of information as we pass out here. However, Sandon's going to be surrounded anyways as he gets out from SWAT area and towards CT default or CT spawn. It wouldn't even have mattered if Sagerton got killed there because they had the backup player. I think that was 7 on top of tower with a really sick crossfire if anything went wrong. And a good reply position for him as well. Bombs dropped in front of them, so this is obviously a save for Mertz, which to an extent is understandable. Definitely. It is understandable entirely. So here we go. Last round probably if iGame now wins this game. I mean, they're meeting Team123 on a very low budget, so wouldn't surprise me if they did. Flashbang's coming through, buying not only a lot of time for them, but confuses Team123 a lot. And you can see how they're shaking. What I don't like about this is how they're so unconfident in what they're doing. They're not confident at all in what they're doing. Getting out here, flashbangs are coming out. It's buying a lot of time for iGame, obviously, but not only that, it brings their enemies down to a low when it comes to confidence. And you can see that Molotov just burning Mertz down to 31 HP by itself. Flashbang's gonna be coming through as well. They've got an entirety of a team coming out here. Mertz gets 1 frag. Juho goes down, 31 HP remaining, still in the game. Jumps over. The bomb is dropped right in front of him. Has to get a frag now, if anything, to save this round. The rest of the team are on another side of the map. Gonna be 7, Sagerton, and he jumps down. 1G's in the chat. Mertz to finish off the game just like that, giving it away pretty much. 16-5. iGame with a win. 2 maps, 2-0. iGame win it. We're gonna go into a next game here any second, ladies and gentlemen. But before that, we're gonna have a short commercial break.
iGaming Bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quest for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.